everyone! Welcome back to your go-to hangout spot for all things K-pop, fandom, and culture. I'm Sam, your host for today, and we're diving into a topic that a lot of fans can relate to, especially if you were into K-pop before it became mainstream. So get ready to stand. It's K-Hangout time! So joining us for today's episode is Rance Eloisa. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yes, annyeonghaseyo.
I see that you brought Jim in. I love it.
Yes, kailangan natin ipaglaban siya at lalaban silang dalawa.
Siya ba yung bias mo?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it.
And my bias wrecker.
Jikook stan. We have a Jikook stan. Okay, so before we get straight into it, for our K-Hangout viewers who are not very familiar with you, please give them naman a background of yourself and what you do.
I work as a freelance actress, voice talent, host, and content creator. And in terms of sa K-pop, I have been a K-pop fan since 2009.
Oh wow, super tagal na pala.
Yeah, we're the legends. we're the legends. The fossils of the fandoms. Yeah, so yeah, hanggang ngayon naman, more of a K-pop fan naman din ako. Pero more of a chill fan na lang, I would say.
Okay. So, to kick things off, do you remember that one moment, like super early on, since you said nga na you were a fan since 2009, where someone said anything like bad about K-pop or like something offensive? Kasi syempre, I'm sure it was super different from back then.
Mm-hmm. Where do I start?
Where do I start? Shucks!
First of all, kasi back in 2009, so that was very second-gen era. So we're talking about Super Junior, 21, as in bagong-bago, baby Sandara Park.
Pineapple hair Sandara Park.
Yeah, pineapple, toothpick Sandara Park. You know, ganong era tayo. So, and yung experience ko naman was, kasi I like watching, I don't know if you're familiar with Mix Daily Top 10.
Oh, yes, of course.
So, lagi ako naka-tune in doon. So, my first exposure to K-pop was, naweirdohan ako, bakit may sumusulpot ng mga hindi ko naintindihan? Like, I remember talaga na Super Junior, lumabas si Sorry nila sa The first thing I thought was, ang dami naman nila. Asan yung kumakanta? Tapos yung music video, hindi ko nakuha kung sino yung kumakanta. Like, lahat sila back up? O ano to? And then, tapos yun nga, yung naalala ko, yung TV Patrol, nagkaroon sila ng news article na si Sandara Park, nagbibira siya for a K-pop group. And so, since na-curious ako, sige nga, search na natin. So, doon napunta, re-research mo kung asan na sila, asan na si Sandara Park, and whatever, ganyan. So, doon yung first exposure ko. And, syempre, I was high school back then. Wala akong kakilala na who likes K-pop as well. So, or at least alam.
Yes.
So, syempre, tinago ko lang sa sarili ko. Yeah, okay, nakikinig ako na sorry, fire, okay, I know them, ganyan. Pero, later on, nung parang nagkaroon na ako ng friend group sa high school, maraming times na, and mind you, since high school to, and we're teenagers, so, that's a negative zero confidence agad.
Yes.
And given the fact na you like K-pop and not Britney Spears or Rihanna.
I remember that. I was in like grade school. Parang when people think na you listen to nobody na gano'n.
Yeah,
like parang, why do you like that song? Like,
why do I like that song? Bakit naman pag ganun ako?
Exactly.
And since yun nga, so nandun na nga yung awkwardness mo as a teenager. Tapos sasabihan ka pa minsan ng mga kaklase mo, or maybe not even sasabihin, pero there's this attitude sa inyo or your friend group na parang, ano na naman pinapakinggan nila? Minsan nga naalala ko, kunwari, may bagong release, syempre, second gen, that was Girls' Generation. So, syempre, ang ganda ng mga dance steps. So, magtuturuan kami sa corridor. And then, I remember na yung mga batchmates namin, minsan, I would say naman, na in retrospective, I would say na at that time, mga pasmado talaga bibig ng mga tao. Like, they would say na mean things just blatantly. So, minsan sinasabi ng mga boys, minsan yung mga it girls, minsan sa school, sabihin nila, ano naman yan, K-pop? Tapos, they would just pass by.
Oh
parang,
my God.
inaano ka ba?
That's what I don't understand. So, that's actually why we wanted to invite you today kasi you've been a K-pop stan for a long time. So, me being newer to the K-pop scene kasi I've only started standing since 2017. Like, I really wanted to see how different it was, like, in terms of stereotypes back then to the stereotypes that we know now.
Yeah, talagang mukha kaming weird. And we also feel weird. Ako, personally, I feel like, why do I like this even though ang weird nung fashion, ang weird nung song?
Yeah, it was super different before.
It was, weirdly, you just really enjoy it and there's entertaining about it. Kahit ang weird, but it's so fun.
So, that was basically yung landscape mo of K-pop when it wasn't accepted yet. Like parang you don't
very
really,
stigmatized.
Yeah, like you super don't care what people think, ganon.
No, given na teenager nga ako, syempre na may factor din yun sa confidence kasi nga nagkaka-pimples ka na nga tapos pangit pa yung music taste mo. What the hell, girl? Saan ka ba papunta? Pero one thing that I think kaya naman ako nakasurvive at that time at least was my friend group. Kasi there's a sense of bond. You know it. Pag meron ka kakilalang who loves K-pop as much as you do, lalo na kung parehas kayo ng iniistan na grupo,
Definitely.
you have that certain bond. And at that time, at least ngayon, blatantly, pwede nyo nang sabihin, wow, JK, yan. Pero at that time, parang ano lang kami, parang inside joke na parang, parang kami
Parang you can read each other's minds na lang, ganon.
Hindi pwedeng magsabi or anything kasi nga, mas stigmatize kami or what. Pero, there's also fun in that naman. Na
parang, we have our own world.
Yeah,
Tapos,
you get each other. Kunwari may bagong comeback yun. Last night, parang, nakita mo, mamaya na sa recess tayo mag-usap.
I love it. So now that we've kind of set the scene on stereotypes, let's talk about the actual stereotypes that we come across these days. So, syempre, there are things that people used to say about K-pop. But like I said, na parang it's so different now na the cancel culture for K-pop is super grabe right now, diba? So let's break down na lang a few stereotypes that we usually see and hear now. So like the first that comes to mind is what everybody sees na K-pop stans are delusional. So like so what are your thoughts on those that stereotype specifically?
Alam mo, it would have been cool kung sabihin ko, no, we're not delusional. But honestly, yes.
Yes, we are.
It's a big fat yes. And you know what? Reflecting on it last night before coming here, parang inaamin ko naman na delusional talaga ang K-pop fans. But in a way, why blame us? Why blame us?
Exactly.
There has to be a reason kung bakit naging delusional tayo.
That's true.
Bakit may victim shaming?
That's so true. Kasi me, actually, before the pandemic, syempre like K-pop was booming pa lang na sobra, right? Because everybody was just at home and the K-drama scene started happening.
Wala pa lang kasi magawa.
Yeah, exactly. So parang me kasi, my experience on this stereotype, it actually happened to me online. So how I actually got known online was, may mga edits nila Jungkook on TikTok, like parang dinadob ng, let's say, a clip from She's Dating the Gangster. So parang dinaduet ko yun. And then like at first, everybody was enjoying it until somebody on Twitter at that time, when it was still called Twitter, parang she got so triggered with the content. Kasi syempre, it's just like for fun, ganito, ganyan. So parang they're like, ano ba yan? Sobrang delulo naman to. So parang, as in they made a hashtag pa and everything. So I super got canceled for like doing that. When it wasn't like to be taken
kasi
seriously.
Kasi medyo nag-viral yung content.
Yes. Kasi somebody posted it on Twitter. Naman, people on Twitter, diba?
Okay.
So, that's why parang this stereotype super hits close to home for me kasi nga ayun like as in it super wrecked my mental health kasi at the time 'di ba parang people are always like, oh, if you're delulu it's something bad, but then now everyone's like, oh my god, I'm so delulu, ganyan right? So it's just like, so what was the point of hating on me before, 'di ba? When it was super innocent yung mga content ko.
And there was something fun about it.
Yes.
Weirdly, di mo ma-pinpoint.
Exactly.
But there's also the edits. But for me, I think we could also say na kasi ang marketing.
Yes.
Marketing breeds you to be delusional. I mean, as a second-gen girly, hindi namin hiningi yung V-Live
Yes,
weavers or
exactly.
bubbles. Now, pag nag-wake up ka in the morning, tapos bigla ka mayroong makikitang notif, sabi ng bias mo, Good morning. Did you have a good dream? Sino di matitulungan?
That's so true.
Why blame me?
Exactly.
Blame bubble. Charot. And then,
Blame bubble.
eto pa, napakagaling mag-weavers.
Exactly.
Napakagaling mag-weavers.
Sobra.
Parang ka-video call mo.
Exactly.
Exactly. Tapos, kung ano-ano pa kasi mga sinasabi.
I know.
So, bakit kami yung biniblame
Exactly,
nyo?
like yung isang live niya when he was like, oh, I woke up, I'm hungry, and I thought of you, kaya I went live.
Tapos,
Hello?
nasa kama pa.
I know! Oh my goodness.
You had no business, sir.
So I feel like that's a stereotype na a lot of people still see negatively, pero it became a joke na lang afterwards, no?
Yeah. I think it also came with the acceptance din kasi talaga
Oo,
of K-pop. Pero
exactly.
stigmatized pa siya. Weird kasi talaga. I would say talaga, ang galing kasi talaga ng marketing talaga ng K-pop. I would say. I'm not blaming myself. I'm just riding the wave.
I'm just enjoying my life.
I'm
Ganon.
just enjoying my JK life.
So speaking of, ito nga yung mga bias natin. Another stereotype is people who don't understand us K-pop stans when they say, oh, you're wasting your money on merch and concerts over like people that don't even know you and you can't understand. What are your thoughts
People
on
that you
that?
can't understand. Yeah, di ka bular ah. I would say, at least in my friend group, kasi yung mga friend group ko naman, since mga working na kami, I would say hindi naman sila like nagsusplurge masyado. I think na, I have this friend na ang goal niya is ma-kumpleto niya yung discography na ng BTS.
yes.
So, I didn't saw her na parang all-in-one.
Parang
check
one
out.
time, big time, ganon.
Check out, Weavers. No, parang iniisa-isa niya. So I think na meron naman siyang process into thinking na
Oo.
okay, afford ko na to. So pwede ko na siyang bilhin.
Yes.
And there's a certain fulfillment pag nakabili ka ng merch
Especially when it comes from your hard-earned money, diba?
Totoo. Lalo na kunwari yung mga songs really spoke to you about your life and it also
Yes.
reflected your journey at that time.
Oo.
I mean, bibilhin mo talaga siya. Kasi ako now, of course, nagkaroon naman ako ng era na lahat ng album bibilhin.
Oo.
Pero as a chill fan na lang, parang, okay, sige, papakinggan ko muna siya online and then, pag, kunwari, nakailang years na and I still listen to it, na parang na-feel ko, oh my God, I can't live without this. Then, dun ko pa lang siya i-check out. Kasi
okay.
now, it becomes a remembrance na, oh, okay, ito yung life ko when I was in my 20s, I was in high school, ganyan.
Gets. I need
So,
to
ganon
learn
siya.
from her, guys. Because I still like...
Nakakaya naman sa mga merch mo. Parang mas marami pa ata ako matututunan kung paano mo nakuha yung mga signs.
I still kind of splurge on all my work.
Yeah, pero alam mo, no judgment on that. Kasi talagang, I would say, na meron talagang peak, I would say, yun yung term ko sa kanila, sa mga friends ko rin na, okay girl, sige, okay lang yan, peak era mo yan. Peak era meaning lahat ng concert, everyday update, everyday ganito. Parang sila lang talaga yung nasa utak mo.
Oh, definitely. And I think my message lang to people who don't understand what it's like nga for us fangirls na we're already at that working age na you have a stable job, you have a stable income. Our money, our problem, diba? Like, you
Yeah,
shouldn't...
free will.
Yeah, you shouldn't dictate what we should and shouldn't do with our money.
But of course, mas maganda pa rin kung yung mga merch na to influences you
Oh,
positively.
yes.
Kasi kung negatively na, hindi ka na nakakain, girl. Girl, mas pinapakain mo pa yung bias mo kaysa sa'yo. I mean, have some self-love kahit man lang onte.
Diyan ko pa ROI.
Diyan ko paro. Alam mo, minsan, pag bumibili nga ako ng album, yun din sinasabi ko na parang, sige na nga, payamanin na nga natin siya ulit. Sige, check out.
Kailangan niya ng ramen.
Oo.
Ganon.
Para makapag-talkbooky siya.
Here is another one. Kasi nga, syempre, our love for these idols and like the K-culture in general, parang it influences us in our everyday lives. But some people, I think it goes to a certain extent where it becomes like Korea boo-ish. So, what is your like intake on what a Korea boo is?
I'm not actually familiar dun sa word. Grabe, no? Kahit ang tanda ko na ako K-pop fan. Pero na-encounter ko siya, but I really hindi ko siya naintindihan on by definition, not until ni-research ko siya.
Yes.
And it meant na parang yun nga, enthusiastic ka with more than K-pop, more of Korean culture, more of Korean dramas. Sinukin ng merong ganyan. Alam mo, personally, hindi ko siya inassociate negatively.
Yes.
Kasi I think it had positive influences on my life, on my personal experience.
Oo,
Kasi
tama.
on me, when I watch Korean dramas and Korean variety shows, it shows to me, parang more of a learning experience siya na parang, variety shows could be like this.
Yes.
Korean dramas can be like this. Pwede pala maging ganon.
Yes.
So, more of a learning experience siya and sort of a reference siya. Kasi, lalo na, as we see na sobrang global na yung recognition with K-pop
Definitely.
and K-dramas and Korean variety shows, I would say na they're doing something right. They're doing something right. And hindi naman, rather than taking them down or yung mga fans na who loved it, we could learn something from them in hindsight. Na,
Kasi like something as simple as learning the language and let's say you're fluent, there are some people na parang, nagko-Korean ka na, parang Koreabu ka na. Like, I feel like the term is being overly used for something na it's not what it's supposed to be used
oo
for.
nga. Pero wala naman tayong term. Kunwari, gusto mo lang mga, nanonood ka ng mga Love Island. Wala ka namang term about Western contents.
That's
why is it pag K-pop? May gano'n. But,
just a disclaimer, we're not very familiar.
right. Pero just, parang bakit may stigmatized talaga, may negative stigma talaga yung term. But for me, pag sinasabi sa akin, I would say na, I like K-dramas, I like K-pop, I like Korean variety shows, I watch it. Pero, on a positive note kasi, yun nga, you said kanina na learning the language. I mean, ang badass, no? Natuto ka mag-Korean.
Exactly.
I mean,
it's not easy.
Oo, pwede mo siya ilagay sa resume.
Yes.
I mean, ang daming positive influences doon.
Exactly.
And for me, ang good thing naman is, ngayon, in today's fans, ang daming gustong matuto ng Korean language, which is, baka nga helpful sa kanila in terms of their career.
Exactly.
Pag bumisita ng Korea, hindi ka less anxious ka na parang, di ko to naiintindihan. Si Ajuma, otoke. Ganyan. Otoke. Pero for me, yung sa aming mga second-gen fans kami, I would say na kaya natuto kami mag-Korean just because ang bagal mag-sub dati. Like, girl, kunwari nag-release sila ng content, you will wait 2 to 3 days bago yan magka-English sub. And ganun siya. And you're lucky kung meron mag-sub. Kasi meron lang mga YouTube channels na dedicated. Kunwari, Bangtan subs, di ba? May mga Bangtan subs. So, kunwari mag-upload sila ng vlog, walang English sub yun, Papanoorin mo yung, ano na ginagawa nila. And then, 3 days later, doon ka na makakita na, okay, yun na may English sub na, may kiintindihan ko na.
Oh my gosh,
ganun
it's
siya.
so different now pala. Kasi like, now like when they go live, somebody's already kaagad. Like watching the live and translating it.
I mean, we old fans walk so that you guys
Thank you so
can
much.
run.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Props talaga to the older
I mean,
fans.
nakaka-heal yun na parang, at least hindi ko na kailangan maghintay ng sub. So, yun nga, going back to that kind of environment din, doon nang galing yung bubog ko na, okay, kailangan ko matuto ng Korean para hindi na ako maghintay ng sub. So, doon lang siya, kaya natuto din ako mag-Korean.
So, staying with the language, like the topic on the Korean language, what can you say about people who are like, ay, hindi mo naman naintindihan yung lyrics niyan, ba't ka pa nakikinig dyan? Like, I've seen that stereotype a lot.
A lot. A lot. Diyos ko, naalala ko yung tito ko dati. Sabi niya, kasi naalala ko everyday, I was an elf. A Super Junior fan at first in my K-pop experience. So everyday, peak period ko din. Everyday. Everyday CD player in papakinggan ko yung Sorry album. All at once. Parang ritual. Tapos maririnig ko naman yung tito ko na, ayun naman si Eloisa, nakikinig ng mga hito. Okay. And
Hito?
yes, hito yung term niya for them.
Oh my God. Bakit hito?
In retrospective, pasmado nga bibig at that time. And God bless his soul, Tito, I love you. Pero ganun yung term niya dati sa kanila. And you know, ganun talaga yung times natin, di ba dati na parang, di ba may mga terminologies pa tayo na mga whatever, yaya, you're such a loser. So ganun talaga ganun tayo makitungo dati. So I understood kung bakit ganun sinasabi niya hito. Pero as a teenager na parang, di mo alam nararamdaman ko.
I'm so shocked. That's the first time I heard Hito.
Hito, yeah.
Because like you usually what you call this, we always hear na they always wear makeup, 'di ba? Ganyan ito, ganyan. Pero like Hito, I've never heard that.
Yeah, kasi hindi niya maintindihan. So going back dun sa hindi nga naintindihan yung lyrics. Honestly, ako rin na-weirdohan na parang I find it enjoyable pero di ko siya naintindihan. There's something right and there's something wrong. Pero later on, parang iniisip-isip ko siya, nagmuni-muni. This is K-pop unrelated.
Yes.
But have you seen Oppenheimer ba?
No, I haven't watched it.
But
it's okay, you can spoil it.
I won't be spoiling naman. Pero meron kasi dialogue doon that says na may isang professor na nagsabi sa kanya, sabi niya, algebra is like sheet music. It's not about can you read the music, but it's can you hear the music, Robert. Ganyan. So, in relating it to K-pop, a song is more than just its lyrics. A lyric is just a part of it.
Tama.
But there's a whole production behind it na parang merong mga snares. I'm not really well-versed in terms of production, pero may mga snares, may mga basses. And syempre mga expert yan, so parang they made this song to make you feel something at this point.
Yes.
Pag gantong bridge, kailangan umiyak ka na. Gaya. Pag gantong dulo na, kailangan nakarelax ka na and whatever.
Yes.
So I would say, K-pop is an experience and K-pop songs is an experience kasi iba-iba naman siya ng taste and goal, I believe. So, kahit naman i-search mo na lang yung mga lyrics later on, but you get the full gist of it.
Oh.
I would say na kunwari, a-attend ka kunwari on a theater without knowing anything about the songs, kung ano yung kakanta nila sa musical. Pero pag pinanood mo naman siya and you see the actor acting it out and hearing the music,
Parang nadadama mo.
You know kung ano yung experience
Tama.
ng song. So I would say na it's very the same sa K-pop. So you don't have to really understand it sobrang bit by bit. I mean, you
Yes.
may, lalo na kung live song mo yun or something.
Yes.
But mostly, I would say na ganun yung experience mo when you're listening to K-pop. And in terms of communication,
Oo,
di ba?
tama.
We have 93% non-verbal cues.
Yes.
And only 7% yung kung ano yung sinasabi ng mga tao. So that's how we communicate. So
Exactly.
I would say, medyo subconsciously naka-imbue sa atin yung musicality. Na parang minsan nga matitrigger ka sa hindi sa sinabi, pero kung paano siya sinabi.
Yes, exactly.
So I think it's very the same sa K-pop. Kung paano nila kinanta yung song, I mean, it hits hard.
Yeah.
Diba?
But I feel like we're so lucky now that we're in that age of where the internet just keeps progressing and developing, right? So I think we're super lucky in that sense na it's so easy for people to translate these things for people who don't really like know Korean or are still learning but want to understand the lyrics. So I feel like for me, like the stereotype nga na you don't understand the lyrics. It's so easy to Google now, like the English translation, diba? And a lot of people, I feel like that's why they got into K-pop over the pandemic because everybody, I don't want to use the term, but a lot of people struggled with their mental health over the pandemic. I'm so sure of it. These songs, whether we understand them or not, it helps so many people. So I feel like
comfort
yes,
sila.
like it's a
Lalo na yung Life Goes On.
Yes.
That song was so beautiful.
I
Lalo
super
na
love
nung
that
pandemic.
song. Exactly.
Even
the music video.
Yeah, pero on my experience, yung kapatid ko kasi, even though ang tagal ko na nakikinig ng K-pop, never siyang nahawa, virus. Virus. Pero never siyang naging K-pop fan.
Yes.
Pero naalala ko talaga nung sinabi niya, biglang nonchalant lang siya. Sabi niya, ate, alam mo yung kanta ng BTS, Life Goes On? Oh, bakit? Pinapakinggan ko siyang ganda. Tapos gano'n lang, nagdadrive na siya. Parang, tapos ako,
Really?
wow, mag-move on na tayo doon. So, ibig sabihin, there's something resonating about it, I guess.
That's why I feel like the stereotype comes na from people who really don't understand what it's like to be a K-pop fan. Kasi I feel like we're super judged in terms of not knowing why we like them, diba?
Yeah,
Kasi
oo nga.
like the pandemic nga, for example, again, K-pop has been such a sense of comfort to so many people.
Yeah, oo.
So I feel like that's where those who don't really understand should just respect that. Kasi there's also, syempre, like those stereotypes na K-pop fans are weird and cringy. Like parang
Right.
Why? We're just enjoying life, and these artists have really been such a big part of our everyday lives, diba?
I would say the terms weird and cringy. I think na, yes, there's some part of it, lalo na nung time namin na sobrang stigmatized siya. And I could see it as well, na parang, Sandara, bakit ang taas ng buhok? Mapapakasyon ka din pero I love it. It's so fashion forward, pero ang taas talaga, te. Ganon. Parang nulubas sila nung No More Dream. Bakit ang dami
Eyeliner!
Why? Pwede namang unti lang. So, there's something daunting about it. Pero I think it's because unfamiliar kasi siya.
Yes.
Pero once na nag-get used ka na, I'm sure na you know very well no,
Yes.
pag inisip mo kung paano ka, nung new fan ka pa lang, tapos nung nagpa-progress ka na, papunta ka ng peak fan, you would say, naka-adapt ka na rin na parang pag sinasabi nila, do egyo. Ano yung egyo? Tapos gagano sila, ha? Ano yun? Pero now, pag when you say egyo, ang cute! Diba?
Exactly.
So, I think na, wala lang talaga siya sa comfort zone, familiarity. So, lalo na kung hindi mo gets yung lengguwahe ng K-pop, so talagang maano mo din talaga, masasabihan ka na, ano ba yan? Puro year na may pinapanood mo, pang ilang beses na yan. Pero they don't get the language itself, di ba?
I feel like they have to put ourselves in our shoes to be able to understand.
Yeah.
So, still staying in the topic of stereotypes nga, you know how people still hear like the worst stereotype na K-pop guys are like gay. Diba? Like,
gays!
they're always like, oh, they're wearing makeup, they wear too much makeup. Like, what are your thoughts naman on that?
I would say I get it. I get it at first. Kasi yun nga, K-pop is so daunting in so many ways. Kasi
we're not used to seeing like Western artists put on that much makeup.
Kasi dati alam lang natin, Western artists and Filipino artists. And then, makikita mo, nag-lip tint siya. Ano to? Lalaki nag-lip tint. Oh my God, nag-hug sila. Nag-hug sila ng boy to boy. Ano to?
Oh yeah, that was such a culture shock for me actually. When I
Diba?
first started sana K-pop, I was like, is that normal?
Diba? Parang may sort of, ano to? Is this normal? Pero, ano ba? Ano bang take ko doon with, I think, in a way,
I mean, who are we to judge naman if
kung hiddenly may something going on. But for me, I think it's a good representation kung paano sila mag-bond and what could male-to-male bond could be kung ganun nila i-represent yung friendship nila, lalo na kung publicly. And it's
in their culture, no? It's
yeah.
super in their culture. Because it's not only happening to guys. Like, I mean, also in girl groups, they're also very like... But it's weird lang kasi it's more of stereotypical topic towards the guys for some reason. Kasi for girls, parang people are just like, okay, they're hugging.
Oo nga, kasi medyo familiar na kasi yun in terms kahit na mga sinong girls. Pero pag sa guys nga, and in terms na kahit kunwari nagme-makeup sila, ako parang wala naman ako masyadong naging issue dun from the very start. Kasi nasa utak ko siguro na they're performers. So ano gusto mo? Naka-no makeup sila sa stage.
May pimples, ganon.
So I thought na it was just an art form na parang it was just to make them look good on stage. Pati naman kahit naman wala silang makeup, Diyos ko, gugwapo pa rin nila.
That's so true. That's very, very true. Kasi madami ng skincare ngayon, di ba?
And now, since nga sobrang well-recognized na ang K-pop, so parang more of, nagkakaroon na ng, I would say na...
Sense of knowledge. Ganun.
Sense of knowledge kung paano i-take care ng mga guys yung sarili nila. So, kumari, skincare. No, parang dati, wala namang masyado skincare about
For
guys. So, pero kung makakita ko na gatong kagwapo, tapos biglang nag-ano daw siya.
Okay.
Oo, nag-aloe vera daw siya. Mag-aloe vera ka rin talaga kung gusto mong kamukha si Jungkook. Kasi,
to have glass skin, di ba?
Oo.
So, I'm super glad nga na parang, based on what I heard from your experience nga as being an older K-pop fan, na I'm super glad that things are changing at least for the better. I mean, slowly, pero not like still super okay with everything.
Oh, maybe on your, siguro nga pag galing kang 2017. But for me, you know, as a second gen, I would say ang dami ng improvements on it. And
I love it.
mas maganda na yung atmosphere, at least on a global scale na parang hindi na tayo masyadong ginajudge. Yung parang
Tama.
pagpapaalam ka, manonood lang kitain ko lang si Mingyu Tapos hindi ka na nila i-judge. Pero dati parang sabi mo papatago, manonood po ako ng Super Junior. Sila, Korean po. Kaya papunta dyan. May alam mo yun, madami pang interrogation na mangyayari bago ka makapunta ng Araneta.
Exactly.
Pero right now, since kilala na sila, so parang they would get it na, okay, they're one of the biggest artists na. Sige, you can go na. Shout out.
So, ayun, that was such a heavy topic, I'm so sure, for both of us. Now, let's move on to like, something light naman. So, what are your favorite things about being a K-pop fan, or like what is the best thing about being in a fandom?
Oh my God. Where do
I begin?
Hindi, parang ang tanong ko is, asan yung difference? Kasi parang ang tagal ko lang naging fan na parang doon na lang, I don't remember myself na hindi K-pop fan. So wala akong point of reference. But first, I would say na friend groups. Ang dami mo may kilalang friend groups, and I don't know, there's just, ang ganda ng bonding experience. Yung parang, ako, lalo na when we graduated in college, yung mga K-pop fans na, or yung friend group ko na who's into K-pop and K-dramas, hindi natatapos yung conversation kasi there's at least going on. So parang, uy, mag-show daw yung may documentary si RM dito, gusto mo manood.
Yes.
So pwede pa rin kayo mag-invite. So in a way, it's helpful in keeping the friendship alive and so well. Kahit hindi na kayo restricted in the university or in school. And kung nasa school setup naman kayo, it's so much fun.
Yes.
It's so much fun. Kasi hindi lang ang pinag-uusapan nyo is, like school life, kung gaano. At least, yung stress ng school, naagapan siya ng K-pop din na dahil, may bagong kampa. Oh my God, mamaya na. So parang, naalala ko high school, like, sasabihin ko, okay, kailangan ko matapos yung homework na to kundi hindi ako manonood ng music video nila. So, in a way,
parang naging motivation siya.
Reward mindset na lang
exactly.
talaga. So, I like na pwede mo siyang gawing ganon. And at the same time, what I liked about as a K-pop fan is going back din sa mga tao may stereotype and may stigmatized image sa mga fans. Siguro not in K-pop but more of sa fans nila yung inaatake. Ako, pag nakaka-encounter na ako doon, and I think ito yung ginawa ko back in high school kahit na madami ako naririnig na remarks na, ano ba yan, K-pop na naman. Minsan nga, tawag nga sa akin, K-pop, meron ka ballpen?
K-pop?
Oo.
Oh my goodness.
So parang ganun yung ganun yung sentiment. Parang may ginawa ba akong kasalanan, ganyan. Pero what helped me, I guess, is I just thought na ang saya ko dito, and it's such a shame na this person has a stigma or a negative impression about it, and they don't get to experience this type of joy. And it's their prejudice na kung bakit hindi nila na-enjoy yung buhay nila as much as I do. So more of nire-reframe mo na lang yung mind mo na, kawawa ka naman, hindi mo kilala si JK, si Do Kyung-soo.
Pogi-pogi niya lang na
Hindi mo kilala yung EXO or Twice? Oh my God.
Me naman, I'm super... One of the things I love about being in a fandom is all the friends that I've made.
Right.
Yes. Kasi, syempre, we have friends in real life who don't really get the whole K-pop thing. So, super blessed. It's super blessing in disguise talaga yung K-pop. Kasi, ayun nga, I met so many friends. And not just limited to people in the Philippines, but since social media is such a big thing now, diba? So, it's super nice na I get to share this love that I have for K-pop with so many other people around the world.
And in my experience naman din, one of the good influences naman din as a K-pop fan is you get to share this joy din naman kung open yung tao.
Yes, tama.
So parang yung iba, natutuwa sila na, uy, ang ganda nung pinanood ko K-drama. Meron ko pa. Minsan ganun yung conversation sa amin. Kasi nga, syempre wala pang Netflix. Mga pa kami ng DVD. Mga DVDs and CDs. So, uy, meron ko ba marirecommend? Ito, meron ka K-pop fan? Minsan USB.
Oh my God,
USB era. So, ganun kami na parang, uy, ang saya nung ano ba yun? It's okay, it's love. Meron ka pa? Dito ka sa chef, maganda to. Natapos ko to kagabi. So, ganun siya.
Oh my goodness.
USB lang kami nun, be. Ganun.
I swear.
So,
USB?
USBs talagang, kinaka-copy-paste.
Oh my God.
Sa mga laptop namin back in college. So, I would say,
Nilagay sa iTunes, ganun.
hindi,
Ano ba yung
iTunes torrent.
iTunes?
Oo,
DLC!
Windows Media Player.
Oh my God, naabutan ko pa yan.
Tapos naka-hard sub pa siya and all that. Ganon yung era nung K-drama dati. Kung paano ka manonood. Pupunta sa mga bangketa. Tapos, but this is illegally. Pero,
we do not accept that here.
Right now, hindi siya pwede. Pero back then, wala kaming source.
Yes.
It's either ABS-CBN or GMA.
Kasi now you have like Netflix, View, all of
Yeah.
that.
And limited lang yung mga pinapakita din ng mga TV networks. Paano kung gusto mo pa?
Tama.
Paano kung gusto mo pa? So, syempre, makikita ka sa palengke, may mga naka-plaster na ganyan. So, papakalaman naman na lang din. So, in a way, yun nga, in terms of sharing it to other people, it's nice na pwede kang maging good influence and positive influence sa mga friends mo when in sharing K-pop. And in a way, na nagugustuhan din nila. So, later on, nagiging fan na din sila. Minsan nga, mas gumagaling pa sila sa akin.
Oh my gosh.
Oo, lalo nung pandemic, oh my God. Pre-pandemic was like parang ako lang yung fan. And then after pandemic,
Ang dami na bigla.
ang dami at mas marami pa silang merch.
Oh my
na
God.
parang, wow, nagalit sa, peak era kayong lahat. Hindi ako makahabol.
Pero like, you say now that, diba, you're more of like a casual fan na lang, like super low-key. Were there any like fan projects or stuff that you did for the K-pop scene? Like in terms of yung mga Copsiv events, did you participate in those?
I would say hindi ako, never ako nag-organize on those stuff. But it's nice nga na meron na palang mga ganong culture din pala. Lalo na after pandemic, doon ako na culture shock talaga na may mga pa-Copsiv event. Kasi I remember 2 years ago, I hosted one for JK. JK, RM, and V kasi September.
Oh my God, that's my bias line.
Sila yung mga September babies doon. So, nagkaroon ng event. Tapos nagulat ako, may ganito na pala. Ang cute. Sabi naman, nung time kasi namin, more of K-pop conventions. Oh, wait. Looking back, now I remember, hindi more of cup sleeve or more of artsy. But we did K-pop covers, dance covers like that.
Okay, yes.
Tapos sasali kami sa mga K-pop convention na magpo-perform kami. So I think na mas dun kami nag-participate. And then we attended those events para makikipag-pictures pa with the cosplayer. Kasi minsan may mga pag-game sila or event na sino yung mga look-alike, ganyan. So ma-amaze ka minsan, hala, kamukha niya talaga. And I remember, I don't know if you're familiar with Min Ortiz. Siya yung sa Drag Race Philippines dati.
Okay.
Pero before siya sumali ng Drag Race, na-meet ko na siya sa K-pop. Sa K-pop convention. Yeah, oo. Ang kina-cover nila dati ng 21.
Ang dami nga nagko-cover ng 21 dati.
Oo. Patok na patok. As in, tapos kung makasigaw kami as if 21 yung nasa harapan namin.
Oh my goodness.
And it's so enjoyable talaga. So, yun pa lang yung mga dun kami nag-participate, or at least for me. But it's so nice now na ang dami ng mga fan projects na pwede mo palang magawa in order to share with the fandom din.
Definitely. So, syempre, diba, K-pop is still growing every day, and I'm sure there are many new fans discovering K-pop. So, while it's getting more accepted now, they still may face those stereotypes that we discussed. So, do you have any advice na you can give to the newer fans who are so scared to mention that they're a fan of K-pop? Kasi nga, di ba, we talked about na, oh my God, cringy yung mga K-pop stans, ganito, ganyan. So, do you have any advice for the newer K-pop fans who are scared to show na they are K-pop fans?
Oo nga, I get it. Kasi kung mag-isa ka nga lang talaga, matatakot ka, no? But I would say na if it gives you positive influence, kung nagkakaroon ka ng joy in terms of being a fan, listening to their music, watching K-dramas, I mean, stay in your lane. Parang stay in your lane in a way na happy ako dito. I'm not doing anything bad.
Wala kang inaapakan na tao.
Oo, hindi. I mean, kung hindi ka naman nambubulin na, oh my God, di mo alam ang K-pop. Yuck. Kung ganun ka na, medyo mag-isip-isip ka na. Pero kung on a positive note na, pag meron ka, I'm sure meron ka makakilala na, uy, gusto mo rin tong K-dramas na to. So, pwede kang magkaroon ng bond and friendship. So, I would say stay in your lane as long as positive yung influence.
Ng K-pop sa'yo.
And going back sa sinabi ko nga kanina, it's a privilege na nararamdaman mo yung gantong joy in terms of being a K-pop fan. Kasi sa ibang tao, hindi nila alam yung meaning.
It's so hard to explain.
It's hard to explain, lalo na kung hindi mo gets yung language and yung feeling. So, kahit nga magkaiba pa ng di ba, ng fandom, pag sinabi mo, K-pop fan ako, gets nyo agad yung feeling kung ano yung saya ng pagiging fan. So, see it as a privilege na ang saya you get to experience this type of joy na parang, oh my God, gusto ko tong guy na to, na K-pop, na bias ko.
So, ayun, that was such a very powerful convo. So, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank
I wish we
you.
could stay here and talk so much more about it.
Oo.
Pero, ayun, syempre we're in a time crunch, diba? So, like what Francis said, there's nothing cringy about what you love as long as you enjoy it and it makes you happy. So to all our K-Hangout fam out there, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and follow BlogaPlay on all their social media platforms at BlogaPlay. So Francis, please let them know where they can find you on social media.
You can find me in Instagram and TikTok. It's Franz Eloisa.
Go follow her.
Yeah, and Facebook is Eloisa Franz.
I love it. So that's a wrap for another amazing K-Hangout episode. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And remember, whether you're a seasoned stan or just starting your K-pop journey, your passion matters and your voice is part of this growing global fandom. So until next time, get ready to stan. It's K-Hangout time. Annyeong!
Annyeonghaseyo!